The U.S. military has confirmed a senior ISIS leader was killed in a helicopter raid led by U.S. forces in northern Syria. Officials say 4 American service members and a working dog were wounded during the raid. John Kirby, the National Security Council coordinator for strategic communications at the White House, provided more details during Friday's White House press briefing.
U.S. military and SDF partnered forces conducted a helicopter raid against an ISIS senior leader, a man named Hamza al-Homsi. And he was overseeing the group's deadly terrorist network in eastern Syria before he was killed in the raid.
For more, let's bring in CBS's national security correspondent, David Martin. David, tell us more about the raid itself.
Well, the target here was a nondescript building that was only 1 story tall. And they came in, the American commandos came in by helicopter, and then, of course, they advanced on the building. But as they were closing in on their target, there was an explosion. They're not positive what caused that explosion, but they think it was either a suicide vest that al-Homsi was wearing, or else he simply pulled the pin on a grenade that he was holding. In any event, the Americans were close enough that they were wounded in the explosion. 3 of them seriously enough so that they had to be medevaced all the way to Landstuhl, Germany, where there's an American military hospital. There was also a second raid that same night, last night, in which the commandos went into a different site and killed the leader of an ISIS assassination cell. And in that raid, no U.S. soldiers suffered any casualties.
How significant a target is Hamza al-Homsi?
Well, it always does seem like we're killing senior ISIS leaders, and they keep coming back in different forms. This person, al-Homsi, was described to me as the operational chief for northeastern Syria. And among other things, he was the person who distributed suicide vests to be used by low-level operatives against targets. So this was a guy who was causing death and destruction. And of course, in going after the head of a assassination cell, you're taking out another killer. The question here is, was this worth the cost of 4 wounded Americans? Because you have other options here. If you locate a terrorist living in a house, and that house was not an apartment, so it was off by itself, and the U.S. has weapons like the Hellfire missile with fairly small, highly accurate warheads. The question then is, in hindsight, should they have used a missile to take this terrorist out as opposed to going in on the ground? Of course, by going in on the ground, you have the chance to capture the person you're after and interrogate them, and you also have the chance to scoop up all of the electronics, cell phones and computers that are around the terrorists. Now, in this case, they obviously didn't get the terrorists, but they may still have gotten all the electronics.
Has ISIS regrouped in eastern Syria?
They have regrouped. They are nothing like the force that came roaring out of Syria in 2014 and went almost all the way to the gates of Baghdad. And what the 900 American troops are really still doing in Syria is making sure, or doing their best to ensure, that the ISIS network does not reconstitute itself into a force that can actually conduct terrorist operations outside of the country. And it's the old line about mowing the lawn. You just have to keep after it, because whenever one senior operative is killed, another gets promoted to take his place, and you start gathering intelligence all over again until you locate that person, and then you go after that person.
David Martin, thank you for your reporting.
Sure thing.